126th emperor on Wednesday, ushering in the new Reiwa era. Emperor Akihito cited health reasons for stepping down after having heart surgery and overcoming prostate cancer in recent years. Analysts said it was a fitting final move for a monarch who has often broke with tradition. They also said the much-loved emperor will be remembered for connecting with the public in a way that no other Japanese monarch has done, and for expressing deep remorse for the country's actions during World War II. Just 3 months after Emperor Akihito ascended to the throne in 1989, he expressed apologies to all those Asian nations that suffered because of Japan. And in 2011, after a devastating earthquake left Japan in shambles, Akihito addressed his countrymen with an inspiring and inspirational televised speech to offer hope and spread positivity. Other than managing his official duties, Akihito also took a keen interest in marine biology. He was also the first Japanese emperor to marry a commoner and to be hands-on in raising his own children. Japan's bubble economy of soaring asset prices was in its final stages when Akihito ascended the throne. The Nikkei share average hit a record high of almost 40,000 in December of 1989. It's a level the index never reached ever since. We're talking a bit about the Japanese economy during the Akihito era. As you can see here, the ceremony is ongoing. It's a very serene scene we're seeing on television right now. And let's keep talking about the Japanese economy in the 1990s. Of course, the bursting of the bubble triggered financial failures that caused what came to be known as the lost decades of economic stagnation. Everybody knows what happened to the Japanese economy in the 1990s, and arguably it has never recovered ever since. Now, after Prime Minister Shinzo Abe took office in late 2012, he promised to revive the economy with an Abenomics recipe. Now, the plan included a hyper-easy monetary policy, which actually means quantitative easing, just like everyone else was doing during the time. As you can see here, now we have people walking into the room. One very interesting fact I want to tell the viewers is that apparently for this ceremony, Akihito himself was not present. And apparently, traditionally, female royal members are also not present. And now, Prime Minister Shinzo Abe is going to speak.
So from Shinzo Abe, Distinguished Your Excellency, Emperor Akihito, from our heart, we'd like to extend our deepest respect to you. In the past 35 years of your reign, you have given us quite deep impressions, and together with you, we move forward. So using this time and this period, Your Excellency, Emperor Akihito's hard work for our people and also for the nation has deeply moved us. And under your leadership, the whole country is actually progress from relatively unprivileged era to a quite economic advanced nation. So in this critical moment, together with the emperor and the empresses, we are going to witness them in their official position for the last time. And we, on behalf of the whole nation and our people, from the bottom of our hearts, we wish the health of our emperor Akihito and our empress Michiko. So, from our heart, we have our deepest feeling, our love, and our appreciation for all of you. And from now on, with the leadership of the new leader, of the new emperor, we are going to forge ahead and create a new future for Japan. So for the Emperor Akihito and Empress Michiko, We will follow your wishes and work hard to create a more prosperous country. So this is a letter showing our deepest appreciation for your lifetime work. So from today, my mission as the Japanese emperor has finished. So from now, my past job to represent the whole Japanese nation has ended. But I can feel the deep appreciation from my people. And I have taken up the throne for the past 39 years. And I have worked really hard to win the trust and appreciation from the people. And this is one of my biggest happiness in my life. So since my succession to the throne, my people supported me, and from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate the support of my people. Tomorrow is a new day. It's actually the new era of lava, and we hope that from tomorrow, we are going to create a more prosperous nation, and together with our nation, our people, and the people around the world, we are going to create a peaceful world. This is the wish from my heart.
Now, the outgoing Japanese emperor just addressed the nation and talked about his well-wish for the Japanese people. As we all know, he and his wife, the emperor and empress of Japan, of the past 30 years have remained immensely popular. They are widely credited for bringing the royal family closer to the Japanese people. They've traveled all over Japan. The outgoing emperor, Akihito, and his wife traveled all over Japan, especially after a couple natural disasters. They met with many victims, families, and also the people who suffered from natural disasters. And he even kneeled down before the victim's body at one point. That's the Japanese tradition. Really, the Japanese people view the royal family very positively. As we know, in history, at one point, Japanese emperors were known as the demigods, but today they're mostly a figure that does not hold any political power. And we see Shinzo Abe is being present at a ceremony, and they were presenting several sacred items. Like I said before, this is the ceremony of the abdication, but there's another ceremony for the incoming emperor to officially take the throne. I think that happens on Wednesday. He will officially become the new emperor. And they were presenting a couple sacred items, one out of which is a sword that represents power in the Japanese culture. What's very interesting is that traditionally female royal members are not invited to the ceremony, but we see there are actually female royal members present at the event. And then also Shinzo Abe's, the only female cabinet member, will also be present as well. So apparently, according to the media reports I read, she will become the first female cabinet member to attend the ceremony in modern Japanese history. So that's progress in Japan. As we know, the country still holds a relatively conservative culture. And let's going back to talking about Abenomics. So after the financial crisis, the Japanese economy went into an era of quantitative easing. Whether the policy really worked is still debatable. Many economists hold different views. The Abe recipe, the plan included, of course, a hyper-easy monetary policy. Economists remain skeptical about its effect on the sustainability of growth. What's really interesting is that when people were surveyed about how they view the Japanese royal family, 70% actually said they view Akihito very positively. But out of the 70%, majority of them are young people. They've argued that because the younger generation of people never really experienced the very prosperous era of the Japanese economy, so the older generation of people who have gone through the very peak of the Japanese prosperity tends to view the royal family relatively negatively compared to the younger generation who's never experienced the prosperity. But overall, the royal family is still very much popular and liked by Japanese people. What's really interesting is that they've kept a very low profile compared to the British royal family. Very few people actually pay attention to the Japanese royal family, and quite a few royal members married commoners. They did not marry fellow royalties. And I think not so long ago, a Japanese princess married a commoner, actually gave up her royal status. So that we can see. And the royal status is not being seen as treasured as it used to be. Ceremony is almost over, and we see the royal family members just walked out. All right. Very serene scene and great for all of us to witness. And now let's get more details. Let's go to the Imperial Palace in Tokyo, where our correspondent Stephen